What's up, everybody? Welcome to your daily dose of Broodwar, brought to you by Neon Marble Rust, our new sponsor. More on that coming up very soon, but for now we've got Jaedong versus Mini here in this series from the ladder. It's going to be a bunch of different Zerg players and Protoss players, and we're going to be watching a ton of cheesy games here. So I've found recently, guys, my ladder sessions have either been going one of two ways, and it's been really painful. Guys, playing on the ladder is a unique form of torture. It is technological, mental torture. Every single day I get on the ladder, I play a bunch of games, and I either feel, to end the day, feeling great, feeling amazing, or I look like Pablo Escobar, you know, staring off into the abyss, you know, standing outside, just looking out into the mountains, wondering about my life decisions because the day's games have gone so horribly wrong, and I can't believe that I'm actually still this bad. But you know, that's really the only two ways that anything really goes here. Now we've got a pylon at the front, and games like this are what really do tilt me off the face of the earth. 2-gate coming here from Mini. He is just going to be pulling a fast one here on poor Jaedong. Jaedong, he doesn't have his pool done yet. He's going to pull some probes. He's probably going to have a shield battery here, and it's going to get really feisty in a moment. We've got zealots heading across the map already. Jaedong going to pull a few drones, not too many. He'd love to chase down this probe right now, but 2 more probes are on the way. 2 more probes and that zealot are on the way here. Another zealot, another 2 zealots coming up as well. And Ling should be about to hatch out here. So as soon as this finishes, he will start to throw down some sunken colonies. Sunkens do both go down here. So that's very, very good for Jaedong. He was trying to block those. Mini was with his units here, with his probes, but not able to quite get that done. And now we're gonna have a cancel, and we're gonna have 2 more sunkens. Oh, a great surround here, really great surround from Jaedong, getting on top of this zealot. Zealot is getting very, very low, but it just barely survives with just 24 HP. Now we do have that sunken finished up here in the back, and with the sunken finish, I think we just barely hold here. Really nice job by Jaedong, keeping both those sunkens very high HP. And look at that, Mini just gonna tap out. So that's our first game for you guys. We're gonna jump into game number 2. Ah, Mini, you filthy, dirty cheeser, you. Here he is again, going up against Hero this time. We're on Apocalypse. Wonder if he'll do the same thing. And yeah, guys, I got cut off a little bit there because the action started to ramp up. But it's been a struggle on the ladder recently, man. Holy. I had Shun coaching me today, and I was feeling just terrible. But I guess it's a test of the stoic mentality of my, like, trying to just let it go, to not focus on results and to only focus on improving day by day. But it really does feel horrible when you just can't execute, when it feels like you're degrading in your skill rather than improving, and you're putting so much effort into it. I'm really putting all I've got into slow incremental improvement, but it feels like, well, I know it just takes so damn long. It takes so damn long to improve at all, and I guess I can really rely on what my wife told me. She had something really good to say. She said that sometimes in order to jump, you have to bend your knees first, right? Sometimes you have to go down a little bit before you can jump ahead, right? So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be keeping our minds straight. We're going to be making sure that we don't tilt too hard. And yeah, we're not gonna worry about bending our knees before we jump. That's part of the process. But goddamn, is it a painful process. And I don't see any cheese here just yet. I'm looking for it. This is a pack of replays that I got from Dude Nerd, and told me that all of these were cheesy PvZ games. So we'll see what comes out here from Mini. He does have, you know, the one Zealot on the way here. This looks so close to plucking the Nexus. I'm sure it doesn't, but just looks kind of funnily placed there. We've got the pylon coming up. Forge here. I have a drone pulled over, and he's gonna spot this, and he's pulling actually 4 more drones making their way over here. I think we're gonna see a cannon, maybe even a couple of cannons with the Zealot coming up. He might be able to bully away these drones and get the cannon up and online. Ooh, great pick there from Hero, sniping that first probe, and the second probe will throw down the cannon, but as long as he's really careful with these drones. Oh man, 2 drones go down so quickly there. He thought that he had 2 hits left on those, but it was just 1 with the probe attacking as well. They die so darn quickly, and here comes a creep colony. It will start to morph into the Sunken, but a second Zealot is here, and the cannons are almost finished. This almost certainly looks like it's gonna work here. The cannons are getting high on that HP. Sunken gonna warp in, but it loses 100 HP the moment that it spawns in. He's targeting down the cannon as fast as he can. He gets one of the cannons. Second cannon here, gonna be targeted by 2 Sunkens this time. That will go down very fast, and the Sunken survives. This is huge. The Sunken survives, and the pylon gonna be targeted down here. That pylon falling, I think, will be the end of this rush. Another cheesy game here from Mini. Now, I was expecting a bunch of games where Mini was gonna cheese out these pro players and win the game, but look at this. 2 in a row now Mini's been taken out. That actually makes my Zerg heart feel a little bit better after this horrible ladder session. These Zealots doing their best to get as much value as they can, but Hero cleaning all that up. We don't even have a Nexus here. And the Overlords are in the natural, spotting that out. They see that there's no Nexus. They get some drones going over here. Looks like the Nexus will come down, but do we even have a Zealot? We don't even have 1 Zealot right now. Okay, we have 1 over here. That is it. 1 cannon gonna have to come down. Did he misplace this? Can we not build the Nexus here? I feel like maybe you can. Maybe you can build it right here. Oh my gosh, the Zealot went out. Where was that going? Oh man, big mistake here by Mini, and that's gonna be that, man. I don't think he can recover from this. Ling's gonna get in the main now. I think this is where Mini tops out, man. After all the cheesiness and pressure put on the Hero, he's in the main base now. He's gonna start to kill probes. We're only at 15, now down to 14, 13. He's already killed 3 probes here. Has drones of his own on the way. He's got the Overlord over the natural, so he knows he doesn't have to produce Lings. He is producing 4 more Lings, but doesn't have to produce Lings right now because there's nothing out on the map for Mini. Another probe goes down. Really nicely done here. Good targeting. There it is. Okay, the Nexus can fit there. I'm dumb, guys. It really did look like that might have blocked, but of course, Mini's not going to make that mistake now. We've got a good number of drones going here. Looks like a couple more of the Lings have been cleaned up, but we're down to 14 probes. I cannot believe that Mini's going to try and play this out. He is so far behind. It is... I'm actually starting to feel bad for the guy a little bit. Even though he's Protoss, even though he's a complete cheeser, I'm almost starting to feel bad for him right now. He is in a really bad spot. And this is almost unlosable for Hero. I say almost because, you know, once again, it's Protoss. It is Protoss. We can never count Mini out of a game. There's still invisible men. There's still all kinds of weirdness when it comes to Storm and that kind of thing, but he does lose the probe and he will have to head back home. He sees how many Lings there are, and even with these 5 Zealots, I mean, it's time to head back here. Still, more than enough for Hero. Even with all of those Lings being produced, he's still able to drone up very heavily and stay ahead in the worker count here. Right as all of these pop out, he's gonna burst ahead. Just watch this worker count there. Boom. way ahead now of Mini in terms of those workers. And one Zealot here lazily running around the left-hand side of the map looking for a location where it can hide and be annoying. There really isn't one over here at this base, unfortunately for him. Maybe here. You can hide one Zealot there, and it can only be hit by 2 Lings. I'm not sure about that, though. Does end up killing his own Sunken. Sunken colony is gone. But GG is called. He's just going to tap out. Mini knows that he's in way too much trouble. He's not going to be able to play this one out. So he gives up, and there you have it, guys. 2 cheesy Protoss versus Zergs, but we've still got multiple more games to go here, guys. We're jumping into game number 3. This video has been sponsored by Neon Marble Rust. It's an indie RTS that's being developed by a fan of Broodwar. This is an early access free-to-play game, so it's not quite a finished product yet, but the developers are hoping for more RTS players to join the group. But the basic parameters have already been set. There's 3 races, Neon, Marble, and Rust, which you control, gather resources, make armies, pretty similar to Starcraft, but more of a cyberpunk, maybe Tron type feel. In the coming weeks, we're going to be trying out the game, playing a bit of it on stream as well. There's a link in the description down below where you can get the game on Steam. The creators of the game are very passionate and they want to create the best possible RTS. So they'd love to have some more seasoned RTS players try the game out, give them some feedback. I'd really appreciate it as well. Go down into the description. Again, click my link. Every one of you who downloads the game supports me directly, so I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you to Neon Marble Rust for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to the action. All right, another mini game here. Mini game. Well, it's gonna be Mini versus Soulkey, and I don't know what's up with Mini right now. Is he just going for cheese almost every game on his ladder, or is this just when he meets against a professional player? I'm curious about this. Remember that one season of ASL where Mini went for 2 gate in the middle of the map at the very end of like a 7-game series in the finals? It was like the game 7. He went for a double gateway in the middle of the map. Do you guys remember that? This is the type of player he is. He likes to roll the dice. That's why he plays Protoss, and he's gonna go ahead and throw a gateway down, and we're gonna get double gateway in the front. I'm not sure. Maybe another one of those forge with cannons again, with zealots rallying. If you don't answer that properly, if you don't handle that properly, you can for sure lose. Just in that last game, you know, double sunken. Really good response from Hero. We'll see if Soulkey can do the same. Is he going to be able to figure it out? We're checking the middle of the map right now. We went bottom here to check for the Overlord, and now we're heading straight up to the top right. See if he's in this position, and he might see the Overlord. No, he's not going to see the Overlord. Now will he see the Overlord? Yes, he sees the Overlord. So now he knows he's in the top left for sure. It wasn't just like the Overlord was coming from this direction instead, like you sent a opposite scout. Sometimes you can do that as a as a Zerg player. You can send the scout in the opposite direction. It can kind of throw your opponent off. It's not the best, but you can do it. So you have to take that into account. But he saw the Overlord here. He knows he's up in the top left. And just pure zealots being pumped out right now. Normally timed spawning pool here. Just a 12 hatch right into spawning pool. And the drone gonna take some serious damage from the probe, but it should be fine. The zealot is gonna come in and the drone will escape. 4 sets of lings are here on the way now. A couple of these drones are a little bit hurt right now. He's looking for the damaged ones, but they've been put onto the gas geyser, I believe. Oh no, they're in this stack right here. Gonna kill that probe right now, and looking for the kill on one of these drones here. Zealot not quite able to get anything. And so Soulkey gonna chase it up behind the gas Geyser, the extractor, another zealot making its way around the main base. Is he gonna notice this? Oh, this is so sneaky. I hate this right now. I hate it. I hate it so much. Oh my gosh, is he actually gonna find it? He does find it. Really good job by Soulkey. Very, very smart play by him. Looks like he might lose a Ling here. But so far, he's doing a really good job. He's building quite a bit of Lings, and he's actually getting speed right now without, you know, continuing to mine gas. It's definitely for speed Ling to just control the map and maybe go for an all-in if Mini doesn't respond correctly. Now, we're going to hit the gateway right now. The zealot in the main is being taken care of. Looks like it will be cleaned up here without too much more trouble. Meanwhile, hitting this gateway here. Quite a bit of micro on both sides. He's trying to get through. Oh, can he just barely slip in? Looks like he'll get 2 links by and into the main here. With speed, these can be pretty dangerous, but he's got to be careful. Okay, there we go. Looked like he was just going to run in and die there. The probes can just turn on you and kill you instantly if you accidentally run into the mineral line and the probes are stacked. They will just murder you. We got 3 zealots heading across the map. Oh, what is this? Can you actually hide back here and not be attacked by the zealots? Is that a real thing? Oh my gosh. I have never seen that before. Never ever once in my life have I seen this position. This map fighting spirit has been out for a million billion years. Here we go. We're gonna go ahead and run into the mineral line. There is 1 cannon being built because he's a little bit worried here about these Lings getting a bunch of kills, considering they do have speed and they're kind of healing up right now. Can still be a pretty serious threat. It's best to wait for the cannon to just about finish and then sack the Ling so that the cannon finishes. You don't want them to be able to cancel the cannon and get their money back. Look at that, he's gonna hide behind here. What the heck? Is that for real? I've never seen that before. Never have I ever seen that before, guys. Like the video if this is the first time you've ever seen someone hide a Ling back here and it can't be hit by zealot. That is crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. Well, there's been a lot of Lings made here. We're 10 workers behind. The Lings are still going to be useful at handling these zealots because they don't have +1 or anything, but Hydras are on the way. He's going to try and bust. Let's see if he can identify this. I think Mini should be able to figure this out. It's not really good to go 973. It's like 974 or something like that. 974 is kind of the more modern style of Hydra bust. He actually doesn't keep pushing here. I am shocked by that. I guess he's got a probe out on the map, so he's gonna hope to scout with that. And it looks like he will actually just barely scout this. Look at that. Soulkey sees it. Does he see the Hydras? Oh, oops. I think he might just see the Hydras now. Yeah, there we go. The Hydras are there. The cannons are being thrown down. Looks like that Ling, unfortunately, ends up dying. But I think we have enough zealots here to hold on. Hold on to the front. He just needs to pull the zealots out and just actually go fight. We need to fight with the Hydras here. Yeah, fight with the Hydras. Push everything back. We just need to wait for these cannons to warp in here. And the zealots are going to buy that time. We might even be able to save the forge right now. He's placing them very close to the forge here because he really wants to save that +1. And he actually will save the +1. This is bad for Soulkey. Really, really bad. Got the first Corsair coming across the map here. He'll start to maybe gun down some. Oh, that's actually the second Corsair. We've already got a kill on this first Corsair. Looks like he can just barely hit this forge, but we should have enough zealot to push this away here in a moment. No other overloads going down. We've got 3 Hydras here at the natural. More hatches being placed and more drones are on the way now. This will be a difficult transition though for Soulkey. You know, he built a lot of Lings in the early game and he built a lot of Hydras here as well, and Mini adapted to that very well. He managed to hang on. He had a great little wall here at the front. And he's even managed to cancel one of these cannons. So, you know, not making too many cannons, not over making cannons. We've got +1 on the way here. It's a good move by Soulkey. You can definitely overlook something like that when you're in this kind of situation. You're really trying to re-drone, throw down all your hatcheries, quickly transition into a normal play, and get ready for this push out across the map. It's coming, you know it. So, you know, very easy to overlook the +1 upgrade. Forget about that, and you know, not secure your mid game, your late game, by not having that upgrade. This is a really nice SimCity right here, actually. Look at the eggs blocking. Very, very nice. You can even move this egg over to here and block there as well. If you are quick enough, if you're on top of it. But even just like this, it's very hard for the Zealots to get in on this. Actually deal any damage. He's gonna come up here now. He should make this into an egg. There it is, making that into an egg. We're gonna target down as many drones as we can. Time to pull them out of this third base, but DT, oh no, DT. Ooh, 2 kills already. Can't be letting these kills go down, man. These kills are so rough right now. 1 overload does pop. That's very nice. He does get the overload out in time to save his life. But Zealots are making their way over to the natural. A couple of Templar are coming here. Oh man, this is where you just cringe as a Zerg player. You're forced to sit back for so long, just trying to build up all your Hydras, and then boom, storms pop out of nowhere. 4 Templar here, ready to finish this man, and really there's no way to stop this attack. He's gonna try his best to slowly fall back here and kite these Zealots, but look at that, ending it with a big storm on all the drones. Finally, Mini getting a win here, and it wasn't really Mini's cheese in this game. It was more of the cheese from Soulkey, going for that run by, going for, you know, fast ling speed and a bunch of aggression here in the early game. But Mini holds on, and we'll be jumping into our next game. Game number 4, game number 5, I don't really remember. I think we're on game number 4 now. We've got Mini once again here versus Soulkey, and we are on this crazy map. Now finally this week I did decide to veto this map. This is just so wacky. Troy is the map name. We've got a huge wide open center here in the middle of the map, but then everything else is like a semi-island that can be made into an island by killing both of these assimilators. Now we've seen some pretty cool plays from pro players. I'm just saying that I don't like this map personally to play on. Watching is a whole nother thing though. Let's see if Mini wants to go double gate here. He's already put the pylon down in the main, so I'm sensing the double gate right now. I haven't really seen too many pro players. What the hell? What did he just cancel there? I'm so curious. We canceled a drone? I think Soulkey just messed up, man. I think his fingers were just flying a little bit too quickly and he messed up. Yeah, that does not make sense. I have no idea why you would ever want to cancel a drone in the early game. This makes no sense whatsoever. So he goes for a 8 hatchery instead of a 9 hatchery because he canceled that drone. I guess it's not as bad to have a missing larva if you're going for an 9 hatchery, because you will build up larva here in the early game, and you should end up having 3 larva for a little bit of time with a 9 hatch. So I guess, I mean, it's not as bad, but that was very strange, and it is in fact going to be that double gate. And I haven't seen many pro players do double gate on this map, but holy crap. Guys, on the ladder, it is just every single game. Not even just this map, but this map especially. Holy crap. It's crazy. It's really wild how many people want to play double gate. And, you know, just try to cheese you out with some early zealot pressure. Maybe pulling a bunch of probes, maybe building a cannon, maybe building a shield battery. You know, find your third base, try to put some cannons over there too before the hatchery finishes. It is just awful and annoying. And all the things you imagine that Broodwar ladder could be. Now, we've got 4 zealots here, and this is just Soulkey figuring out what's going on, right? He sees this, you know, okay. Okay, I see what it is. I see what we're up against now. We've got quite a few more zealots here than there really should be, so realizing what's coming, he should be throwing down a sunken colony, but I don't see one right now, and I'm very confused. So we've got more and more lings coming up here. He's got speed on the way. I guess he's just gonna try and hold it with pure ling, which, I mean, it's not the safest way to go about it, but maybe it's okay with the 9 pool, or the 9 hatchery, excuse me. Play, you've got way more larvae than you usually would. If you're going, for example, 12 hatch, you're just gonna have way more larvae to be able to do a play like this, so maybe it makes sense. I don't know why we're mining this much gas. That doesn't make sense to me. We really don't have enough for a layer, but maybe we're gonna get layer. Layer? No layer. I don't know why we're building, or why we're mining this much gas if we're just gonna build ling. If we're just building lings and overlords, why are we mining this much gas? Well, it's just a lot of lings being produced right now. A lot of lings. It really feels like Soulkey doesn't want to play any normal games versus Mini. And I mean, this is already not a normal game with how many openness, but he's really just gonna make a lot of lings here. Okay, there's the layer. And he's just continuing to build lings, guys. There's a cannon coming up on the high ground. Not taking any risks here. Mini not gonna even try to move out for some time. Now 4 more sets of lings here on the way. And a second cannon as well. Wow, Mini, with no information at all, going for double cannon on high ground before throwing down the Nexus and not moving out with any zealots. I mean, as Soulkey, you gotta be wondering, like, what is this, map hack or something? Like, what the hell are you doing? How can you be this careful the one time that I'm doing this crazy all in? Like, wouldn't 9 times out of 10 Soulkey go for an expansion? Wouldn't, like, 99 times out of 100 he go for like a macro play? I don't know. It's gotta be a little bit shocking here for Soulkey, but finally the zealots are gonna start to move out here. That's a lot of guys. That is a lot of zealots, man. Holy crap, that's so many zealots. That's like 13, 15 zealots. Lings are gonna run by. Here we go. Run by here onto the can. Is just gonna dive this. He's gonna kill his own assimilators while he's doing this. This is such a wacky game right now. Can he kill the assimilators in time? He's gonna get one of them. Can he get the second one? Oh, he doesn't need to kill the second one. That's right. The zealots can't run through there. Oh my god, this is so... No, wait, he does have to kill it. They can sneak through there. What am I saying? 2, 3 cannons in the main? What the hell? Why are there 3 cannons up here? This is ridiculous. All right, we're gonna picture this while we're watching the cannon try to get taken down here. Zealots are falling. The cannon is still alive. Probes being targeted here. There's still way more probes than there are drones, though. So even if he manages to kill some probes, I think that, you know, Mini's still gonna be fine with this. Oh man, this is such a wacky game here. Looks like they're chatting to each other. Try to get a translation of that, but Soulkey leaves the game. Good God, what a weird situation that was. I've never seen quite like that, but I guess we haven't really seen maps like this before. Soulkey trying out something new, but what the heck, man? What the heck was that? I guess that's just Mini knowing exactly what Soulkey was doing. I don't know how he figured it out, but building 2 cannons on high ground here and 3 cannons in the main? Actually insane. Just so wild. Like, what was he doing? Was he looking at Soulkey's screen? Was he checking his stream or something and watching him? What the heck? Like, how did he figure this out? I don't know, guys, but we're gonna jump into the next game. It's not gonna be with Mini finally. We've got another Protoss player here. It's coming right up. Our final game here gonna be the Gorilla Protoss Best over here in the top right. His opponent, Action, in the bottom left. Nice teal versus red. All right, can I change the colors? I don't know. I thought that for some reason this was already shift tab on, but that's just because when I'm playing Zerg with shift tab, I'm this color and the enemy is this color. So if I click it, it's just blue versus red. We're gonna stick with this. I think this looks a little bit better. This is a nice color on the Zerg. And I wonder what kind of cheese we're gonna get out of Best here. Or are we gonna get a cheese out of Action? I'm very curious. I think that Best is probably the cheesier player, but Action has shown some really big affinity for cheese recently, mostly in ZVT though. Some crazy Mutalisk all-ins that haven't looked really normal from like a 2023 perspective. There's something that I would be more expecting out of like a 2010, maybe 2011 game. And there it is. He is going to start to throw down a pylon here. As you can see, Action has no idea. Very cheesy stuff. We do have an Overlord heading out here. Yeah, what I was trying to say is that it's kind of like an older style, the 2 hatch muta all in. But it's more like he's doing like 2.5 hatch muta all in and just never taking a third base. Just sitting with the 3 hatches in main and natural, and then just going for it. And look at this, he's gonna see the cannons warping in, and there's not really a lot he can do about it. I think he's just gonna cancel at the last second, if I had to guess. Maybe he's gonna wait. Hopefully the cannons will warp in before the hatchery finishes. At least one of them will. So I think we're just gonna see the cannon finish, and then that's gonna cancel. And this should cancel as well. He will. I would have liked to see him wait for the second cannon to finish, even though you might lose the drone. I think that would be worth it to let to make sure that both the cannons finish first. Because then they're just sitting there on high ground. They don't really have any use. You'll easily kill them later on, but maybe he can kill one cannon easier with just like 8 lings or something like that. Just run over there and kill it easily, and then he'll get the pylon for free. Maybe that's the way we're gonna go. Pretty annoying start though here for Action. You're just not gonna have the larva that you're looking for, that you're normally having at this point in the game. Like right now, we should have an extra larva, and we just don't have that, and that's very annoying for Action. He's got to make he's got to make an Overlord here, which you usually would use this for a drone, and then this one would be an Overlord, but I don't know, maybe he makes an extra drone here before he makes the Overlord or something. Nah, he's gonna make the Overlord at 16 as usual. It's just not a very comfortable situation. It doesn't feel good. And you're gonna be a little bit pissed off. You're gonna be a little annoyed here as a Zerg player. And that's kind of where Best wants him to be right now. That was kind of the plan for this attack. It's not to end the game with this cannon rush, but just to really take the Zerg player off. And you throw him off his game here to start things out. And you know Protoss, they love to have a small advantage, at least going into any game. Well, they already have a small advantage, but they love to extend that advantage. And, you know, never play a game where you could lose. You want to always play from a position of power. And that's how I always, that's how I feel against Protoss sometimes. It's really how I feel against random though. Good God. Playing against random, it's like you're never gonna have the optimal build of what you want against you know, whatever race that they're coming out with. And I remember today I got like, what was it, 3 or 4 random games where I went into it, and it was a ZVZ. Random into a ZVZ is like the worst thing possible because they're always going to cheese you, and there's no build that you can do that's going to be good against all races, you know, that you're going to pick against random, and then it's going to be good against Zerg. There's just no real good answer. Unfortunately, going to lose a drone here. He just went and killed the cannon, but the Zealot was walking in at exactly the same time as that was happening, so really unfortunate stuff here for Action. And the tilt level has got to be rising right now. Seriously, I would be starting to lose my mind at about this point, so we'll see if Action can hold it together. He's gonna go for another hatchery, maybe? Oh no, he's just sending a drone out here by accident. It's on a rally point, so it's a little bit unfortunate. Gonna continue to drone up. Try not to get supply blocked. Try to keep his cool here. Get his drones mining. He sees another Zealot heading over. Another cheeky Zealot just being thrown into a base. A right click here from Best. And the Corsair is already here. That's very annoying. Just gonna park right in between these 2 hatches. Action just gonna let these Lings just kind of attack this for now. And we'll get the Corsair. There we go. Okay, consolation prize here for Best. For Action, excuse me. Best making a mistake. And, you know, paying for it dearly with his first Corsair. Not able to kill an Overlord. And Action's got to be feeling a little bit better now. You kill that first Corsair. There's some good options open to you after that. You could go for a bunch of mutas. Your opponent kind of has to prepare for that. Now he's going to throw down a cannon. He even throws down a second Stargate. So, second Stargate here for Best. I can see why this is on the list of cheesy games, man. This is a very cheesy way to play what we're seeing on a Best. And the fact that he lost his first Corsair is going to hurt him very badly here, because he thought that when he lost his first Corsair, well, probably we're going to see a mutalist transition here from Action. Not the case at all. He just wants you to think that that's gonna happen. And triple gateway here. We're gonna have a big old Zealot attack with the Ling, or the leg upgrade coming in, and the ground weapon upgrade coming in, and a lot of Stargates. And Action is gonna smack this down so hard, it's gonna be unbelievable. Watch how many Hydras he's gonna pump out here. I like that he's not droning up too hard right now. He's sticking on 32 and only making Hydras here. Only making Hydras. Sometimes I mess this up. I'll be honest. Sometimes I really, really mess this up, and I end up making too many drones in this type of situation. I know exactly what's coming. I make too many drones, and then I don't have the Hydralist numbers. And then, you know, Overlords start to die, and things start to go really, really bad for me because I just didn't make straight up Hydra. But Action not going to make that mistake right now. He is going to make a huge wave of Hydra, and he's going to go across the map and probably just put the pressure on here to the front, because he knows Storm is a long way away. It should be around 9 minutes, and Action going to be hitting before that. But it's even later than 9 minutes because he went for so many Corsairs. There's the Overlord speed as well. Overlord speed is already here. We've got cannons warping in right now. He's going to try and dive on the front, but Zealots are present. Going to go ahead and fight these Hydras really great. Pulling back here from Action. Not pulling too far back. Baiting in the Zealots and dealing that damage to them. He's going to start to push up here onto this forge and the gateway. The DTs can't really do anything because the Overlord is already here with the speed coming in. Gonna try to fight with these Overlords. Not gonna happen. Action has full control of this game right now. He's making a ton of drones and Lurker, because you know what's gonna be even later than Templar with Storm? That's right, Observer. Observer is going to be very, very late here, because we did cut so much of our early tech in order to get these double Stargates out. We are not going to have that Robotech for quite some time, and This gives Action huge amounts of time to just put down a ton of drones. He's going to be able to get his 4th. He's going to be able to make lurkers. He can hold a contain here in the front. He can basically do whatever he wants. And this is beautiful play from Action. This is all kind of stemmed from that first Lost Corsair. If I have to take it back to one mistake from Best, because he did do very well with the early snipe on the third base, right? He managed to pick that off. He managed to get himself into a pretty decent position to start things. Oh, 2 snipes there. Really nicely done here by Action. He's even going to get this DT as well with the lurkers down here. Losing the first Corsair meant that there was a threat of Mita, and that's what pushed Best to do this. Best did this for no other reason than he thought Action might go for a bunch of Mitas here, and Action's just played this out brilliantly. And that's it. GG. Look at that. Triple Evo chamber here from Action. He's going to take himself into a nice late game. He even might have the Hive on the way. He's got actually Queen's Nest coming up here with the 4th base. 60 drones. This is perfect play from Action and a great way to end this little series of games all about PvZ cheese. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been a bit of a cathartic experience for me personally, as I've been suffering a lot of these cheese plays on the ladder. So it's nice to see a Zerg player, how they're capable of navigating out of this in a really strong way and punishing it. Really nice to see Action handling cheeses as you expect him to. That is a crazy, crazy wall, by the way. Wild to see a wall like this. Like, can you even fit zealots through here? Maybe you can fit just there. I think maybe you can fit a zealot through there. I'm not sure about this side. I think actually not, but maybe you can fit 1 zealot. That's a very funny wall. I don't think a lurker can fit through there. Really interesting to see this. But anyways, guys, that's it for your daily dose of Broodwar. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video.